Hey guys, it's Dustin here. I am going to do a video on what has sold so far this week. I wanted to do a little bit of a different format and see how it went. I think that's what's nice about being a new channel like myself is that I can kind of experiment and just see what works. So I've got my webcam, my Blue Yeti, and the fancy lighting there in the background, and I've got my desktop captured. So I pulled up all the different listings for everything that is sold through from Sunday till today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, being Tuesday the 10th. So it's about 3 days of sales, a little less than 3 days of sales. So I've had a total of 33 sales, and that is a gross sales of $1,385.99. We did have one significant sale, which we'll get to, and everything should be relatively in concurrent order of when it was purchased. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and kick this off. Here you can see in the beginning that we have the Build-A-Bear Fall Bear 2007 with pin. I found this at a garage sale in a community yard sale actually, and I believe I have $2 into it. I got $24.99, and as you can see with the fast and free badging here, I did offer free shipping on that, which I did have to eat that cost. So, which I mean, really honestly, I built into the price of the bear, and only having $2 into it, not a bad go. So kind of moving on. This copy of Wii Sports, as you can see here, I tried to use the background editor tool. It may have actually worked out for me. So I sold it for $20.99. This one, for some reason, was just not selling. So I went ahead and I took down the listing and then sold similar or sold one like this and reposted it $1 cheaper, and honestly it sold within 5 minutes. So sometimes when you have something that you're like, why is that not selling, it always sells for me. A little tweak like that can help move your inventory, and again, got basically $21 for this, free shipping. As we all know, that's gotta be that was a first class the 4 ounce rate. So we had something like $3 into shipping that out. Always a good sale with Wii Sports. Moving on to the Playmate Skeleton Warriors 1994 figure lot. It was a lot I picked up at the Salvation Army thrift store. I believe I had about $5 into it. I actually had the middle figure here is a kid. So that's kind of cool with the multiple arms. I think my parents had actually picked that up at a garage sale or thrift store themselves. So it is a family tradition. And yeah, so I had that cool figure. So it was just fun finding these. And I was able to get $29.99. We had sought $34.99. It had been up for a little bit over a month, and I think the individual had expressed interest in them, and we accepted an offer. So pretty cool. Again, free ship on that, but we're still gonna make money, so I'm happy. Buyers happy. Everybody's happy. Moving on, the Can-Am OEM ATV belt. This is another one that's shown up in the videos. The bear also was one that has been in one of my videos. This is from the estate sale video where they were having their last day, and it was $120.99. I was actually asking around the 140 mark for this. I went ahead and ended the listing, put it back up, and took $20 off because I'd already paid off everything in that lot and wanted to boost some sales. And so I did, and it sold within, I believe, a day or two of start time November 6th, and it sold on the 8th. So it sold relatively quickly after dropping the item off eBay and making a new listing. So if anybody is not familiar, other YouTubers have mentioned this in the past. If you go back through some of your old listings and say you have this Can-Am belt, for instance, if you go ahead and end this item, put the reason for whatever reason you want to pick. It'll make you pick, if you're on mobile at least. You'll go ahead and do that, and then it'll put you to the screen, and it'll say relist this item or sell one like this. If you hit sell one like this, you can keep the photos, and you can basically do the exact same listing. I suggest tweaking the price just a little bit, because if you weren't successful in the past, you might want to, come down on it just a touch, or even, go up on it if it's going into that season for a specific item. But regardless, I digress. It is what happens is eBay actually makes it a new item and assigns it a new item number. So it'll be, not only will your account seem more active, which is good for the Cassini algorithm, you'll also end up having a fresh item out there on eBay, and it'll be treated better by the algorithm as well. So it's kind of like kills two birds with one stone. If you're the opposite of me, which I have a massive death pile, if you don't have a lot of things to list right now, with the season winding down in your area for picking, maybe, just go through, find about like 5 or 10 things a day that's been lagging on your store in the listing. Go ahead and maybe tweak the price just a little bit, shave $1 off or something. Go ahead and put the listing back up, and you may get more traction with it. A lot of people have had great success with that. So kind of moving on, that was a nice sale. Really like that. I think I had bought everything for one price, a big bag of stuff, a couple duffels or something, DVDs, all kinds of stuff. I've been selling the heck out of it, and that belt was just gravy. And I have another belt too, and sorry, my nose, yeah. It's that kind of weather where it's just like it's off and on, and now like my allergies don't know what to do. But anyways, so that belt was just a bonus. Well, not even a bonus. I mean, it's a major part of the purchase, but yeah, just really happy. I totally rambled there. I'm trying to do this in one take because I honestly, time is your most valuable asset, and I am running low on it today. I still have to hit the gym, and it's 7:30 p.m. So yeah, we've got this Eclipse blackout grommet panel, and it sold for $18.95. This came from a pallet. We offered free shipping on that. All right, and next up, you'll see we sold this Sony PlayStation 2 controller, fast and free shipping, $16.99. This one was in pretty good shape, just needed cleaned up. And then I sold a Game Boy Color Atomic Purple. So this one I took $39.99. I know a lot of people were like, holy crap, gave a pretty good deal. But the screen, as you could see here, had numerous scratches. The back had a significant wear, and also was missing the battery cover, but it was fully functional. So, pretty good deal for them. Wish... I guess, and wish I had purchased this in a better condition, but it sold relatively quickly, being that Atomic Purple is pretty popular. Sold this Harley Davidson Touring Suspension Air Pump actually very quickly. I sold it within 1 day of listing, and I actually picked this up at a moving sale, and they weren't open on time. I early birded, and they were like... and nobody was out. So finally, I knock on the door when it's time, and they just woke up, and I didn't even get to see everything they really had, but they did show me some stuff. I think I picked this up for $1, and I sold this for $29.99 free ship. I can't remember what it shipped for, but it was pretty reasonable. So I mean, definitely when you have $1 into it, it's always a good thing when you're getting $29.99 on the gross there. Moving on, this sold for $39.99 free ship. This baby monitor, and I got this in the small box. I can't remember the dimensions, and I believe it may have actually went first class. It's a lot lighter than it looks. This was from the bin sale, and we did have to sell it as used. So, it is an Amazon return item, and it definitely was used. So $39.99 though, and it sold within, I think, about a week or maybe 8 days, of having been listed. So not bad at all. Anything that turns over that quickly that I only have $5 into, I'm pretty happy. We sold some GE light bulbs. Jessica picked these up, and I cannot for the life of me remember where, which is funny because I'm usually the person that goes out of my way to buy light bulbs. If you ever see really cheap, we're talking dirt cheap GE light bulbs out at yard sales, pick them up. They're just an easy brand to sell. I'm talking really cheap though, because they're not going to sell for a fortune. Like this is a 2-pack for $18.89. We've sold 2 lots of the 3 lots, so we ended up with 6 of these, and just split them up like that into, 3 quantity listing. So I mean, they are selling, and $18.89, free ship there. Jason goes to hell here. This is actually a VHS, and we accepted an offer, or we sent out an offer, because you can do that. And if you have an eBay store, you should be doing that at least every other day, probably every day. Just randomly pick up your phone for 5 minutes and shoot off some random offers. You'll be surprised. A lot of people will accept them or even counter offer back. And he went ahead and purchased, actually he messaged after the offer had expired and said, hey, is this still good? And we're like, yeah, we'll get you set up with that. And $19.99, I believe I picked this up for 50 cents at the one of the community yard sales I went to. I know it was a community yard sale, so 50 cents on that. It says free economy shipping here, which is actually media mail, so it shipped out for $2.80. So just really fast running the numbers on that, and why VHSs could sometimes make sense to pick up and dabble in. If you have 50 cents in the product, you say you have $2.50 in fees, you're at $3, and then you have $2.80, so you're at $5.80. You're gonna keep $14.20 net to you pre-tax. So that's actually pretty good. I think so. And a really, really good return on your money, especially if you're a cash-strapped picker and you're just trying to get started. I mean, you're not going to get rich off VHS, but you could definitely multiply your money very quickly, because 50 cents turning into $14 and change for you is not bad at all. So this, moving on, is the big sale of the day. So you'll notice that this Fender Jaguar bass is I've sold this once before. So we had an auction and the guy dropped out of wanting to pay for it, so we actually did like a they didn't pay for it claim, or whatever you call that, the non-payment. And so I ended up putting it sold for $410 at that auction. I ended up just listing it. I was like, I'm done with this. It took 7 days. Let's go ahead and put it up for $399, and the guy bought it and actually paid on a Ben. Buy it now. It does need restrain, but that's pretty common. And this was a home run for me. So it did cost like $75 to ship. It's going all the way out to California, of course. However, with that being said, I had $80 into it. This also came with the gig bag. I don't know if that's why that's not showing in the picture. Oh, it's here. This also came with a Roadrunner gig bag. So, I had $80 into it, cost $75 to ship, so we're at $155. Fees are gonna be roughly $50, so $205. I keep basically $195 my side pre-tax on this one. Definitely a home run when you could turn $80 into that, almost $200. Yeah, that's great. I'm just thrilled about it. And that's with recouping my $80, within that. So that's awesome. And this is the same sale that I also got a printer for $65 that I flipped for almost $300. So, and a couple other smalls that I sold and did pretty well. That was back when I had the generic GoPro batteries. So I don't have all the footage from this, hence why it never became a video. And that was a sale I just happened to see the sign for. So continuing on, The Adventures of Cookies and Cream, or Cookie and Cream, is a nice little PS2 Bolo. If you see it cheap, and complete like this, you'll pick up a quick $20. It sold super fast for me, sold in 1 to 2 days. So that's pretty cool. And of course, what's nice about things like that is they're easy to ship and cheap to ship as well. So kind of moving on to Game Time Buddies wireless guitar. Just picked this up on Saturday in my Roast Recent bin sale video. You'll see that got $49.99 fast and free, had $5 into it. So yeah, it's basically a Wii guitar that's new and kind of like generic knockoff. So I mean, hey, hopefully the person is happy with it, because I'm certainly happy with the $50 gross there. I listed this, I think, yesterday. This actually sold already. This sold very quickly then. I guess she had shipped this out, but I listed this on the 4th or something, just randomly. Like sometimes like I'll just grab something and just list it because I'm like, oh my god, we have so much in our death pile. And it's this grateful shirt. Received this from a Target bin. It's a lawn sleeve, and ended up getting $14.99 for that. Actually, I'm gonna have to confess, one of the pallets I thought would be the least profitable is actually turning out to be one of our best hitters because of all the clothing. Yeah, it's a little grindy and the shipping eats into it a lot, but it's just transaction after transaction after transaction after transaction, and it adds up. I mean, am I making my $10 profit I like to make per sale there? Heck no, but still, I'm making money I wouldn't have made, and they're super easy, super quick to list. Speaking of easy to list, video games, NCIS. I picked this up in the Franklin Community Yard Sale for $1. I got $12.99 for it, free ship. I had been holding on to this for quite some time, as I listed this in late September. So had it about a month and a half on eBay, maybe a little longer. Then new with tag. I picked this up at a yard sale, but for the life of me, I can't remember where. But I know I didn't pay much at all. So these are turtle fur Nordic style fingerless gloves, and they're actually brand new. So got $25 free ship with that. Super cheap. Definitely went first class. Sold this He-Man action figure, and this was at a yard sale where the guy put out, I early birded, he threw out a big box of mainly wrestling figures, but he had some other things in there, including He-Man here, and I got 12. I bought the whole box for $15. I've been selling the figures slowly over the last 2 months or so now, 3 months, and I've got $12.99 plus $2.99 shipping on this one. And pretty happy with it because, again, I've been selling them they're far into the profit. Goodfellow, we ended up with a lot of these corduroy pants, and I've been selling them consistently for quite some time from our Target pallet. And this was $18.99 here, free ship. This Ballasta men's bag. This is actually something that my wife picked at the bin sales. We had a total of 4 of them. She bought at least one of them at $5 a day, one of them at $3 a day, and then 2 of them at $1 a day at the bins. So we have very little into them, and we've sold 3 out of 4 for $49.99, and it's a $45 to $50 bag on Amazon. So pretty thrilled about that. That's a home run, absolutely. And these kind of things help offset some of the slower movers that we get when we shop at the bins. Then I picked up this OGIO backpack. OGIO, I think that's, I don't know. I don't know if you say it's letters or just say OGIO, but it is a brand new Amazon backpack. I'm guessing it's something that they gave the employees or something like that. And I picked this up off a random yard sale I saw on Craigslist and decided to head to. I had also picked some video games there as well. So getting $50 for this, totally stoked about that. All right, then kind of moving on here, sold Seatox Seaweed Moisturizing Cream. It's a Bath & Body Works item, and it's discontinued. I picked this up at Goodwill recently, so we had listed it on the 8th, and it sold on the 10th. Definitely a nice little bolo here. I think we picked it up for like $3 or $4, and it is now sold for $35 shipped. Sold a dash mount for a Garmin Nuvi. I want to say this came out of a bin. I think that looks like it's a peeled off clearance tag there. So probably, and we got either a bin or from a pallet. And I got $16.99 for that, free ship. Got these plant nannies. I actually sold 2 of these, one blue, one clear, for $37.99 a piece, and I picked these up for $2.99. And I took a flyer on them because like they did have comps, but they were a little bit all over the place. But yeah, I found this at a Goodwill. I typically don't find stuff, and no, it's not the one that you guys see video of. I don't think I've barely included any video from them. The one that's closest to me is actually historically pretty good. I think their prices are kind of on the uptick, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so this one came from one that I normally don't find too much opportunity at. But I grossed $76 today from it, so pretty happy. And then I sold this telescope telephoto lens. It's, I guess, for a mobile phone or mobile lens. I don't know, but we picked up at the bin sale recently and just sold it for $34.99. We had $5 into it. We did have to cover shipping, which was about $8, unfortunately, because it's a little heavier than it looks. We sold like 3 of these today, and we picked this up at Dollar Day. I don't think I've made a video of it. I don't know if I'm going to. It just depends on how much other content I have coming down or how much other buys and video comes out that, I actually think is good enough to post. So that's kind of how I make my judgment sometimes on what I do share and what I don't. But yeah, so the Philips here, they're light sensing countdown timers, and we sold 3 of them today at $9.99 a piece. They ship for about $3, and we have $1 in it, and then there's going to be about $1.50 in fees. So about $1 in fees. I mean, honestly, we make about $5 a transaction on these. Pretty happy. The margins are really good. If you're turning $1 and it shoots you out $5 in profit within a week, 3 times over, I'm pretty happy about it. It's not and they're super easy ships. It's not like it's hard. I think they probably wanted bubble mailers. Sold this Epson Printer ink, $2.20, and it's got the whole pack there. $19.99. I think I picked this up at a yard sale. I'm pretty sure. Sold this diesel bag. So I've sold 2 diesel bags in the past and picked up another one just recently. They actually sell pretty well. I found this one at a yard sale locally that I actually early birded and had picked up some Xboxes there. I picked up one Xbox. They had 2, but one of them was like the old gray Red Reigns of Death. But I also grabbed this bag here for like $2. So pretty cool that I was able to get $35 for that shipped. We sold these Nintendo Luigi rubber boots. I want to say we grabbed these at like Dollar Day on the bin sale a while back, about a little over a month ago. Yeah, October 3rd is when we actually listed them. But still, very, very happy to turn $1 into 30. Yes, we do have to cover shipping and fees and all that. But even if that $1 ends up becoming 15 in profit net to us, can't complain about that. It's really hard to. And then finally, I think we've sold something since I started recording this, but I'm not going to get into all that minutia. We sold the Elder Scrolls 6 Shivering Isles. So I want to run the numbers on this. So I bought this for $2.99. It came with the map, was the main driver, because it's complete, and that's cool. I probably should have passed. So, but still, we still make money. So that's how awesome things can be on eBay sometimes. But if you have $3 and it costs $3.50 to ship, you're at $6.50 right there. And then if you have $1.50 in fees, you're at $8. So you only really shave off $2 in profit. But yeah, I'm having some allergy issues. My stuff is done here. I've went through everything that we have purchased. in the last, or that purchase we have sold in the last 3 days. I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe if you hadn't. I really do appreciate the support. It's crazy that we're already above 400 subscribers. Thank you very much. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks again for watching.